So this is a commentary I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and just to clear it up before you start hating, this is based on my experience and in my opinions. So listen up, strap yourselves in. So before I started doing this YouTube thing, whatever the hell it is, I used to watch videos, mainly Call of Duty videos, the usual things. But shortly after I started uploading and doing commentaries and things, I began getting, I suppose, approached by certain people with the promise of to grow your channel overnight, simply by subscribing and keeping active on my channel, and I'd receive what was dubbed a shout out. Now this was something completely new to me, and I thought, holy shit, instant fame, a huge stepping stone, a foot up, onto the YouTube ladder, absolutely free, just by following a simple few rules. It's something I never heard of, and I thought, this is great. So yeah, I followed the rules, and by doing that I came across actually quite a lot of fellow aspiring YouTubers wanting, I suppose, the same thing as me, just to receive a shout out and be granted instant success and instant subs. So yeah, you're probably sitting waiting on a huge but. Not yet. On that journey or that adventure, I met so many people on the same boat as myself, and I met a few good people, on the adventure, and I still actually keep in touch with most of them, and it's great to have that kind of friendship and small community, I suppose. So looking at this in inverted commas shout out series, we'll look at it from both corners of the ring. So in the red corner we have the shout outer, the guy that has that channel, that you worship and pray that someday or some week he picks you and you have your moment of fame, and you stay loyal to him up until that, and you try not to offend him or hinder your chances of receiving a shout out. That basically gains him infamy and invincibility to any hate. And then there's the blue corner, that's me, the underdog, the guy that's begging on his knees looking for this shout out, this moment just to step up and be part of someone's video, just to listen to someone talk about you. Now, not to come across as jealous or bitter, I have the utmost respect for most people that have, we'll say, earned it or show respect, and certainly this commentary isn't targeted at anyone in particular. Please be assured of that. This is not a hate commentary. So just to clear the air, I have received a few shoutouts in my time. I'm not going to name names, you know who you are, and I'm extremely grateful for the things you've done for me, but for me they didn't really work. In my theory, it's shoutouts aren't honest. I've given people shoutouts in certain videos, and I've talked about people in videos, perhaps in thanking them or simply by being inspired by them and talking about them and trying to support them in some way. But from me, that is from the heart. They certainly never asked me or ever asked me to sub to them, or kind of in the way that a shoutout series works. So as I see it, there really is only one winner in a shoutout series, and that's the guy that's giving the shoutout. You gain subs, hundreds or thousands even times, of adoring fans that only want one thing, and I suppose you're the person that can give it to them. And after you do, they've got what they want. Sometimes they just leave, not even without a goodbye kiss. Now, not in all cases, but some. Now, one thing that I suppose on a brighter note that works for me and has worked for me is a little thing called post for post. It's pretty simple and it helps out, we'll say, both parties. It's simple enough. I upload to your channel a video or a commentary, and again, exposure to a whole new audience or a whole new sub base, we'll say, and you look like a pretty nice guy that's just helped out a friend. Earned a few extra brownie points, which is obviously nice, and we all appreciate that. So just to set the scene, about a month ago, we'll say about 2 months ago actually, I did a commentary, and it was about, I think it was called Greedy Bastards, and it was kind of one of my first commentaries where I was trying to get the point across, and it was really in depth. And an Australian guy came to me, approached me on Twitter. His name's Boston Chaos, and yeah, he asked if I'd like to post in his channel, and he thought I had pretty good commentaries and thought his audience would actually like to see me, or you know, would introduce me to a wider horizon, or broaden my horizons, we'll say. So I did, and I'm actually going to leave a link in the description to said video. And not to sound completely hypocritical, but if you want to check him out, and you know, it'll always help support him, because it's my way of saying thank you to him, because it means a lot. You know, over, I think, I don't even know if it was a Wednesday or Thursday, I just don't remember what day of the week it was, but I uploaded, or he uploaded the video I sent him as unlisted. None of you guys have actually seen it because it's in his channel, and it went up, and the feedback was great. It was such a great response, and I was quite nervous about it because excuse me, I was talking to a completely new audience, and yeah, it was great. I gained, to me, a lot of subs, you know, within a few days. It just was going from like 10, 15, 20, 25. And not only did I gain subs and a new audience, I gained some friendships, and I've met some unbelievable people through Boston as well, from YouTube and Twitter. And, you know, I can't thank him enough. To me, that's a helping hand, that's a stepping stone, and to me it felt right, it felt honest. It didn't feel cheap or wrong, and you know, he never asked me anything in return. You know, he never asked me to subscribe to his channel or help him out at all. It was just a genuinely nice gesture, I would say. You know, so I think from my experience is do nice things and be honest. Don't go down the road of, you know, begging or asking for subs with the promise of one day returning the favour. The favour is good intent, but it doesn't always work, because it just seems like words. But just a simple gesture of goodwill and a kind heart, you know, paid off dividends for me. So please, all you guys that, you know, has given me shoutouts in the past, and I'm not going to name you. There's been a few. You know, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You all know who you are, and the intent was good. You said the right things. It was, you know, and I appreciate that for me, but it just felt like it was, this may seem controversial, but it felt like it was your job. You asked me to sub to you and be active, and in return you did what you'd said you'd do. You give me a shout out, but it wasn't from the heart. It was just to return the favour, and it just seemed like it was words to make me feel good. It didn't feel real. You know, listen guys, if any of you guys have any issues, you know, you want to speak to me, come to me on Twitter or direct message me. I'll gladly discuss things with you. If I've hurt anyone's feelings, that is not my intent. It's just, you know, as I say, I make my feelings known and express them in ways that maybe sometimes are perceived as a little bit hurtful, but honestly, please do not, this is not a video intended to hurt anyone. You know, I'm one of those guys, I'm a, you know, my heart is on my sleeve type of guy. So yeah, anyway guys, it's all basically my opinion. The world is filled with opinions. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you all in the next video. Love you. Bye.